Hey guys, welcome to Pagan Perspective. I am your host Brendan, and this week we are recapping our favourite topic from this past year of videos. Also looking at what we've been doing personally and magically within the last year. So let's start with the recap of my favourite video topic. I think I actually have a couple from this last year. One would definitely be the topic of pop culture pantheons, when we got to talk about characters, heroes, villains, movie stars, like just characters that could easily be seen as, or used with, as forms of deity, gods, goddesses, all that sort of thing. And just the whole entire week of topics was like everyone's video that week I loved and adored, and just even being able to film something and just looking at things like, yeah, pretty much the Lantern Corps and the Sailor Scouts, and like just thinking of all the different ways you can engage magic, and also how it could easily be accessible if you were raising children. In that sense, you could use those kind of connections with that sort of magic. I think another one that I really loved was the threads of ancestry, and really ancestor work and magic, because it's something that's working its way into my path. So it was really amazing getting that week's worth of videos and just being able to speak about the really kind of the three threads of ancestry I work with, which have been brought into my life because of the reclaiming tradition I belong to, and just really how I engage ancestor work in that sense. And it's really kind of opened up a doorway and portal for me to accessibly work with my ancestors, the ancestors of the craft, and the ancestors of the land. And I think the other topic I really enjoyed this cycle as well would have to be talking about working with the Fae, and just the amounts of ways that you can do that, and really just there's work you can do. Anyone can do that sort of thing. And speaking one more topic I have to speak about was definitely the one that was the topic that I loved the most, and I think the video that was one of my favorite videos to make was talking about who can do magic, and people inquiring about whether they can or can't do a particular spell. And if I'll find all of these videos and put them in the links below, but yeah, just I think for most of that video I probably said it like 20,000 times. Just do all the spells. Go and do and cast all the spells you want. And yeah, it was kind of an open invitation. Go do the magic you want to do, because there's no one holding you back aside from yourself. So that's my topics that I loved over this last year. What have I been up to in the last year? Personally and magically? Well, magically I've been working with a coven within the Wildwood tradition that I helped found. I've been working with the Bower Priestess Guild, which is part of the reclaiming tradition. I helped found that as well. Currently going through an initiation cycle, so that's kind of bringing up turmoil and challenge within my life, but that's what that process is about. It's not going to be a comfortable, easy, delightful process. It's really, well, granted it does have those times, but it's about challenge, it's about shaking everything out. I'm pretty much going through a process of transformation, so I'm dissolving, breaking down, and then transforming in that process. So it's really just re-establishing who I am, what are my purposes, what is my core worth, and what do what is my desire and needs within this world. Personally, since last year, probably I've had a massive mental health cycle that's been going on. Recently I've been going through a whole entire physical health cycle that's going on, so it's really just mentally and physically there's been a lot of challenge, so really engaging and working with all of that. So finding ways to help serve my physical body, help serve my mental body, and also help serve my spiritual body. So really just kind of finding that balance, which I think I spoke a little bit about in a video a couple of weeks ago. really about how do you find that balance between all of that. And it's been what I've been engaging and working with for the past 3 or 4 months now. And just really, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot of work, and I'm still loving making videos for this channel and adoring everyone that's on this channel making videos and everyone who takes the time to comment, and I try to keep track of all of that and comment when I can, sort of thing. So all of that's still happening, and I have a few videos that I need to edit and upload to my personal channel that I've recorded. It's just finding the time to do that. I'm also currently teaching / anchoring / mentoring a Elements of Magic online training course, which is happening. We're about 3 months into the course now, so it's going really well. I have a couple of events coming up that I'm going to. So I'm going to the Australian Wiccan Conference in September, which is being held in Sydney this year. This is some amazing workshops that are being presented that I want to attend, and I'm just really excited to be able to go to that and be able to go back to Sydney and see some friends that I haven't seen in a while, and really just also have some time off work. I'm also working on a queer power, magic, spirit, ancestry working rite for late September that a group of us are going to perform before we all march through Brisbane Pride, and kind of taking that magic and really enlivening the whole entire experience and process. Yeah, I think that's mostly everything that's been coming up and what I'm working on. There's probably 10 billion other processes that currently aren't coming to mind, which is nice because they're probably not as relevant. But yeah, I generally keep myself busy. I generally don't have a lot of time, but I've been making more time for myself. So that's been a major thing for me, really. It's been reevaluating all the things that I'm investing time in and working out where can I invest more time in myself, because at the end of the day, if I'm not fully functional, I can't be fully functional for anyone else. So taking that time for downtime, for exercise, for meal prep, for just getting out and enjoying my life and really do what I can. And I think since the health scare that I had back at the end of May, I've kind of been really working on like, well, what do I want to do in my life? What are those things that are like essentially a bucket list of adventures, activities, things that I just want to do while I can. So I've just been slowly writing that out and just seeing where it all comes out, and some things surprise me, like I actually want to go skydiving, which I've spoken to a couple of people like that. I never would have picked you for that. And I'm like, yeah, but part of me wants to go do it. So it's all there, just kind of, yeah, cruising along and living my life as it is and not just being a passenger in it anymore. But for now, I think that's it. We're going to have a bit of a break soon, so I'll see you later in the month, I believe. I think it's subs weeks this upcoming week. But yeah, for now, much love and blessings, and have a beautiful rest of weekend. Mwah!